Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Days of Our Lives' latest episode. In Salem, the calm before the storm never lasts long, and Monday's episode of Days of Our Lives proves exactly that. Emotions run high, secrets bubble dangerously close to the surface, and unexpected confrontations leave several characters reeling. At the center of the drama, Holly makes a stunning move that leaves Sophia completely blindsided, while Rafe and Gabi turn up the heat on Ari with questions she may not be ready to answer. Meanwhile, Trey's christening becomes more than just a ceremonial gathering, as tension quietly simmers beneath polite smiles and forced small talk. The episode opens with an uneasy stillness, the kind that longtime Salem residents have learned to fear. Holly stands alone, clearly wrestling with a decision she knows will change everything. Her expression reveals a mix of determination and fear. She understands the consequences, but she also knows the truth can't stay buried forever. What she's about to do won't just affect her, it will ripple through the lives of everyone connected to Sophia. Sophia, on the other hand, begins the day unaware that her world is about to tilt off its axis. Confident and self-assured, she goes about her business believing she has everything under control. But Salem has a way of punishing certainty, and Sophia is no exception. When she finally comes face to face with Holly, the tension between them is immediate and unmistakable. There's unfinished business in the air, and neither woman can ignore it any longer. Holly wastes no time getting to the point. Her words land like a thunderclap, and Sophia is visibly stunned. Whatever Holly reveals or confesses hits far closer to home than Sophia ever expected. The shock registers instantly, not just on Sophia's face but in her entire demeanor. Her confidence falters, replaced by disbelief and a creeping sense of vulnerability. For a brief moment, it seems as though Sophia might completely lose her composure. As Holly continues, it becomes clear this isn't a spur-of-the-moment decision. She's been carrying this secret for far too long, and the weight of it has finally become unbearable. Holly's voice may shake, but her resolve does not. She's ready to face the fallout, even if it means burning bridges she once thought were unbreakable. Sophia struggles to process what she's hearing. Questions flood her mind, but answers remain frustratingly out of reach. Is Holly telling the full truth, or is there more lurking beneath the surface? Sophia's reaction swings between anger, hurt, and denial, a volatile mix that threatens to explode at any second. One thing is certain. After this confrontation, nothing between these two women will ever be the same. While Holly and Sophia's clash sends shockwaves through one corner of Salem, another intense scene unfolds elsewhere as Rafe and Gabi put Ari in the hot seat. The siblings are united by a shared concern, and they're determined to get to the bottom of whatever Ari has been hiding. Their approach is methodical but firm. This isn't a casual conversation, it's an interrogation born out of love, fear, and suspicion. Ari immediately senses the shift in tone. She tries to remain calm, but the pressure is unmistakable. Rafe's questions are direct, his law enforcement instincts kicking into high gear, while Gabi's are more emotional, cutting straight to the heart of the matter. Together, they form a formidable front, and Ari quickly realizes there's no easy way out of this conversation. As the questioning continues, Ari becomes increasingly defensive. She insists she hasn't done anything wrong, but her body language tells a different story. Small hesitations, averted eyes, and carefully chosen words hint that she's holding something back. Rafe notices every detail, filing away each inconsistency, while Gabi's frustration grows with every evasive answer. The tension escalates when Gabi pushes too far, accusing Ari of putting herself, and others, at risk. Ari fires back, hurt by the implication that she can't handle her own life. Old wounds resurface, and the conversation veers dangerously close to becoming a full-blown argument. Rafe steps in, attempting to keep things from spiraling out of control, but even he can't deny that something isn't adding up. What Ari doesn't realize is that her reluctance to come clean may have far-reaching consequences. The truth she's avoiding could impact not just her relationship with Rafe and Gabi, but the entire DiMera family dynamic. Salem is a town where secrets have a way of coming out, often at the worst possible moment, and Ari may soon find herself wishing she'd spoken up sooner. Amid all this emotional turmoil, Trey's christening is meant to be a moment of peace and unity. Friends and family gather, offering smiles and warm wishes, but beneath the surface, unresolved conflicts simmer quietly. The event serves as a stark contrast to the chaos unfolding elsewhere, highlighting just how fragile harmony in Salem truly is. As the ceremony begins, there's a brief sense of calm. The ritual itself is heartfelt, reminding everyone present of hope, renewal, and the promise of a fresh start. Yet even in this sacred moment, stolen glances and tense silences hint that not everyone is fully present. Some are preoccupied with secrets they're afraid will come to light, while others worry about confrontations waiting just beyond the chapel doors. Holly's revelation continues to loom large, casting a shadow over the day. Word travels fast in Salem, and it won't be long before others start connecting the dots. Sophia, still reeling, must decide how to respond. Will she confront Holly again, seek revenge, or quietly plot her next move? Whatever she chooses, it's clear she won't forget this betrayal anytime soon. Back with Rafe, Gabi, and Ari, the interrogation reaches a turning point. Rafe finally lays out the facts as he sees them, making it clear that Ari's story doesn't quite add up. Faced with mounting evidence and the disappointment in her siblings' eyes, Ari is pushed to her breaking point. Tears well up as she realizes she may not be able to keep her secret much longer. The episode closes with several lingering questions. Will Sophia retaliate against Holly, or will she use this information to her advantage? Can Ari finally tell Rafe and Gabi the truth, or will her silence create even bigger problems down the line? And will Trey's christening mark a genuine new beginning, or simply the calm before Salem's next major storm? One thing is certain. Days of Our Lives continues to deliver powerful drama, emotional confrontations, and shocking revelations. Monday's episode sets the stage for explosive fallout in the days ahead, reminding viewers that in Salem, no secret stays buried forever, and every choice comes with a price. As the day moves forward in Salem, the emotional fallout from Holly's revelation begins to spread like wildfire. Sophia, still shaken, retreats to gather herself, but the shock refuses to fade. Every word Holly spoke replays in her mind, each one cutting deeper than the last. For someone who prides herself on control, this sudden loss of footing is both terrifying and infuriating. Sophia begins to question everything she thought she knew. Was Holly manipulating her all along, or did circumstances genuinely force her hand? The uncertainty gnaws at Sophia, and her anger steadily transforms into something colder and more dangerous: calculation. In Salem, emotional reactions can be costly, and Sophia knows better than to act without a plan. Meanwhile, Holly isn't exactly at peace either. Though she stood firm during the confrontation, the aftermath weighs heavily on her conscience. She understands that telling the truth doesn't guarantee forgiveness, and she braces herself for whatever retaliation might come her way. Yet, despite the fear, there's also a sense of relief. For the first time in a long while, Holly isn't hiding. As Holly reflects on her choice, she can't help but wonder how others will react once Sophia decides to share, or weaponize, the truth. Salem has a long memory, and reputations can be destroyed overnight. Still, Holly remains resolute. Whatever happens next, at least it will be built on honesty. Across town, the tension between Rafe, Gabi, and Ari continues to escalate. What began as pointed questioning now feels like a full-scale emotional reckoning. Ari's defenses crack further as Rafe calmly but firmly presses her for clarity. He explains that his concern isn't about control, it's about safety, accountability, and trust. Gabi, however, isn't quite as restrained. Her frustration spills over, fueled by a mix of fear and disappointment. She accuses Ari of underestimating the consequences of her actions, reminding her that secrecy has destroyed families before. Ari lashes back, insisting she's trying to protect everyone by staying silent. This contradiction hangs heavy in the room. Protecting others by hiding the truth is a familiar justification in Salem, and it rarely ends well. Rafe recognizes this pattern and warns Ari that whatever she's involved in may spiral beyond her control if she doesn't speak up soon. Ari's resolve begins to crumble. She admits, without fully confessing, that she's been dealing with something far more serious than she initially let on. Her vague admission only heightens Rafe and Gabi's concern. The more she reveals, the clearer it becomes that this situation is bigger, riskier, and more dangerous than either of them imagined. Back at Trey's christening, the ceremony concludes, but the emotional undercurrents remain strong. Guests exchange pleasantries, yet conversations feel forced, smiles strained. Several attendees sense that something is off, even if they can't quite pinpoint what it is. Salem's intuition rarely fails, and today is no exception. One guest quietly observes the room, noting who looks distracted and who seems on edge. It's only a matter of time before someone connects the dots. The christening, meant to symbolize new beginnings, instead underscores how many unresolved issues still linger among the attendees. Sophia eventually re-emerges, composed on the surface but clearly changed. She crosses paths with someone who can tell instantly that something is wrong. When asked if everything is okay, Sophia offers a polite smile and a vague response. But behind her eyes, a plan is forming. She isn't done with Holly, not by a long shot. Sophia begins considering her options. She could confront Holly again, this time with witnesses. She could expose the truth publicly, forcing Holly to face widespread judgment. Or she could wait, gathering leverage and striking when Holly least expects it. In Salem, patience is often the most effective weapon. Elsewhere, Ari finally reaches a breaking point. Overwhelmed by guilt and fear, she admits that her silence has already caused damage, and may cause even more if she doesn't come clean. Though she still stops short of a full confession, it's enough to confirm Rafe's worst suspicions. Rafe urges Ari to trust him, reminding her that hiding the truth only empowers the people who mean harm. Gabi, though still angry, softens slightly. Her tone shifts from accusation to concern, emphasizing that family is supposed to face problems together, not alone. This moment marks a turning point. Ari agrees to tell them everything, but not yet. She insists she needs time to prepare, claiming that the truth could put someone in immediate danger. Rafe reluctantly agrees, though he makes it clear that delays won't be tolerated for long. As the episode nears its end, Salem feels poised on the edge of multiple explosions. Holly waits anxiously, knowing Sophia's next move could change her life forever. Sophia sharpens her strategy, determined not to be the one left powerless. Ari stands at a crossroads, torn between fear and honesty. And Rafe and Gabi brace themselves for a revelation they may not be ready to hear. The final scenes leave viewers with a chilling reminder. In Days of Our Lives, secrets don't disappear, they accumulate. And when they finally unravel, the consequences are never small. With trust fractured, loyalties tested, and truths inching closer to the surface, Monday's episode sets the stage for dramatic fallout that will ripple through Salem in the days to come. One shocking confession has already changed everything, and the next one may be even more devastating.